Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So I'm really excited today, mainly because it is very rare that I go into a movie and I'm actually so surprised because I had such low expectations. But today that was the case and I am so excited to share with you guys that I finally watched Before I Wake. And this film, big fan of this one, and I really did not expect to be. And I hope this doesn't seem like I go into every single movie with low expectations, but sometimes that can be a good thing. But with the movies this year, we've had some standouts definitely, but this film, I just really wasn't expecting it to hit me the way it did. And I fucking loved it, to be honest. And I loved it for a couple different reasons, and I'll get to that. But first, if you haven't heard about the film is about a couple that have lost their son and have decided to adopt another son. And you can see from the start that this family is really suffering and really hurting, and they're mourning the death of their child still, even though they have adopted a new child. And it is taking a toll on their marriage or their relationship. And it is really hard to watch in some aspects, but it's very raw and true. Anyway, their new son that they adopted is kind of a little bit different, and this is all in the trailer, so I'm not really giving away too much. But when the boy goes to sleep, his dreams manifest. So his dreams become actual things that other people can see in the same area as him. They kind of figure out that they can make him dream certain things, and because they have lost a child, alas, it kind of turns into abusive kind of behavior. And it's kind of not something you're expecting when you think about a horror movie about a boy whose dreams manifest into real life. You aren't really thinking about those kind of aspects, and I think it's really clever that they took that and they put it with this family that are grieving. It's just a story that is more about overcoming things and changing, learning to move on. All of these messages you wouldn't get really from a horror movie normally. Some things that I wasn't really a fan of in this movie. I find a lot of movies that I watch, I really like the first half, and then the end, they can't end it properly and they ruin the execution. But I felt like this film was kind of flipped, where the start was really slow. It had flashbacks to their son and how he died, and you didn't really need to know any of that. You knew that he had died and you didn't really need to know how or anything like that. It had nothing really to do with the film. So when they keep going back and doing flashbacks and they're trying to show you how much especially the mother is suffering, you kind of get a bit bored with it. I know that sounds really insensitive, but it is really pushed, which was the most surprising thing, because obviously the thing I like the most about the movie is there is a good ending. I actually thought this was a really good ending, and someone, I don't know if it was on my YouTube, someone commented and said that they didn't like the ending of the film, which actually I thought was the best part. Also for me personally, some scenes I really liked and enjoyed and find really interesting. There was a lot of conversational scenes, especially in therapy, about the subconscious and, you know, when dreams come through your subconscious. And I've talked about this before when I talked about one of my favorite books ever, which is Ouija, and it's by Stoker Hunt, I believe. I've mentioned this before, and it's about the subconscious use of Ouija boards and how that can flow through and fuck up your mind pretty much, and that's when you think you're being possessed. But anyway, I really liked that in this movie because they talk about dreams and how dreams are actually letting your subconscious come through, and I'm really interested in all of that. So again, I did like certain aspects of this film, and it could be like a more of a personal taste because I was really interested in that. And in saying that, I actually tweeted about this. It's such an emotional movie and it has so many emotional raw parts, and then the end, it ended with one of my favorite songs ever by Radical Face. It's on the album Ghost and it's called Welcome Home. That song always makes me really emotional, and the fact that it ended on that song, I lost it. I lost it completely. It's also a very scary movie in certain parts. I will definitely say that. It was really a surprising mix of being super emotional and super freaky. And if that sounds like something you guys would want to see, definitely check this movie out. I hope I didn't give away too much about this film. I'll definitely give it an 8 for personal. For scare, I'll give it a 7. And for originality, I'll give it a 5 because there was a total mix of really slow, you know, the flashback scenes at the start I was talking about, mixed with some very original scenes. So I'm just gonna give it a 5 straight in the middle. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and it was kind of helpful. I don't know if you guys will like this film, to be honest, but for those of you who are open to new things or like to have a cry or are very emotional like me, check it out and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope you guys are having a great day. Stay spooky. Bye.